Today, December 10th. Final alert. Archangel Michael is screaming, "You are about to lose God's hand." 5 minutes left. Open this before heaven erases your name. Open it immediately. My beloved child, don't blink, because the next few seconds are not ordinary seconds. This is the very moment Archangel Michael has been trying to pull you into for days, and today he is no longer whispering, he is screaming. Something huge is waiting for you, something that will shake your breath, something that will touch the deepest part of your destiny. Heaven has drawn a thin, glowing line between what your life was, and what your life could become. But that line is fading. 5 minutes. That is all you have before your name begins to blur in a place where it was once carved in divine light. The angels are running, not walking, toward your spirit, waving signs, shouting warnings, begging you not to scroll. They can see a door behind you closing quietly, silently, without your awareness, and if that door shuts, a blessing that was meant to crown you will drift away into someone else's hands. Michael is gripping his sword tighter than ever before because he knows this moment will either make you, or take something from you forever. Amen. 1. Listen carefully, chosen soul, because this is where your heartbeat will start to race. Heaven has been watching your life like a story being written in real time, and there are pages meant to unfold that only open when you open. But for too long, you have been one step away from the divine push, one distraction away from losing a blessing that was already flying toward you. Archangel Michael watched a shadow approach your name, yes, your name, on the heavenly registry. A shadow formed from delays, disbelief, heartbreak, betrayal, and the wounds you never spoke about. This shadow is not a person, it is the energy of everything that tried to break you. And today, that shadow tried to erase your name. But it couldn't. Why? Because Michael slammed his sword down and screamed, "Not this one. Not today." That scream shook heaven. That scream tore through the barriers stopping your blessing. That scream is the reason you are hearing this message at this exact second. Something huge is waiting for you. Bigger than what you prayed for, bigger than what you expected, bigger than what your enemies wished against you. But heaven will not hold it forever. 5 minutes. Your name is glowing, but flickering. Amen. 2. My beloved child, stay rooted, because this final part of today's revelation might hit your soul so hard you will feel it physically. Michael saw what is coming your way, something sudden, something shocking, something so unexpected that even the angels paused. There is a breakthrough with your name engraved in gold. And right behind it, there is a disaster that was meant to take your joy away. 2 forces, racing toward your life. One heavenly. One earthly. Whoever reaches you first decides the next chapter of everything you are praying for. Michael is pushing away the darkness with every breath he has, but he cannot force you to step forward. He cannot drag you into the blessing. Heaven does not operate by pulling, it operates by calling. Right now, they are calling your name so loudly that the energy around you is shaking. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes before a shift becomes irreversible. 5 minutes before the blessing meant for you returns to the throne, or falls into your hands forever. Something huge is waiting for you. Don't move. Don't blink. Don't miss this moment. Archangel Michael's warning is your lifeline, your spiritual seatbelt, your shield. Take this seriously. Take this deeply. Take this as your final alert. Amen. 3. My beloved child, breathe, because what I'm about to reveal will make your spirit tremble. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is watching to see if you are finally ready to claim it. Archangel Michael is standing beside a massive golden gate with your name glowing on it, but the glow is flickering like a candle in the wind. He keeps shouting, "Open it now," because he can see a force approaching that wants to steal every miracle meant for you. Not a person, but a vibration, a delay, a spiritual blockage that has followed you for years. Today, for the first time, heaven is exposing it. You were supposed to receive something long ago, an answer, a breakthrough, a turning point, but every time it came close, your energy dimmed, and the enemy wrapped your blessing in confusion. But this time, Michael has cut through the confusion. The blessing is free. It has broken out. And it is racing toward you like lightning. But if you hesitate, if you scroll, it will miss you by inches. Heaven does not want you to lose God's hand. Amen. 4. My chosen soul, I need you to understand how big this moment truly is. There is a heavenly book, the book of divine continuation, and whenever your name shines, angels rush toward you with opportunities, healing, abundance, protection, and unexpected breakthroughs. But when your name dims, those blessings stand still. This morning, your name dimmed for exactly 4 seconds. Heaven panicked. Michael screamed. The angels froze. Because they saw something that would have changed everything. You have no idea how close you were to losing a divine connection that has been protecting you since childhood. But the moment you clicked on this message, your name flickered back to life. Heaven breathed again. The angels whispered, "Thank God they opened this in time." Michael is still shouting, not out of anger, but out of urgent love, because he knows the next few minutes decide everything. Your stability, your peace, your relationships, your finances, your destiny. Something huge is waiting for you, but heaven needs you awake, present, and spiritually aligned. Amen. 5. My beloved child, before this part ends, hear this one crucial truth: your blessing is not coming from where you expect. It is coming from a direction that will shock you. Someone who once underestimated you will speak your name in a room full of opportunities. Someone who once ignored you will become the bridge to your next season. Someone who once walked away will regret it when they see the favor rising in your life. But here's the twist: heaven is reorganizing your entire timeline at this very second. The shift is not subtle. It is violent. It is loud. It is divine. And if you stay with this message, your name will burn brighter than the shadow trying to erase it. Archangel Michael is standing guard over your destiny with a sword of blazing white fire. He is fighting for your restoration, your breakthrough, your protection. But he needs your alignment, not your doubt. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven refuses to let you miss it again. Amen. 6. My beloved child, stay right here, because what I'm about to reveal is the reason Archangel Michael is screaming your name across heaven. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the moment where destiny bends in your favor. Michael has been battling a force that has wrapped itself around your timeline for years: delays, blockages, unseen resistance, silent jealousy, hidden intentions, the kind of spiritual weight that makes your blessings arrive late or slip away right when they're close. Today, that force cracked. Not because it was weak, but because you finally opened this message in time. That single act created a rupture in your spiritual atmosphere. Michael struck his sword into the ground, releasing a wave of light that exposed every unseen hand trying to dim your favor. Heaven has decided you will not lose God's hand. Not today. Not ever again. Amen. 7. My chosen soul, listen with your entire spirit, because the next part is shocking. There is a heavenly scroll with your name written in divine gold. And today, for the first time in a long time, that scroll was trembling. Heaven only trembles when a major shift is about to happen, either a massive breakthrough or a dangerous downfall. Michael saw a shadow move toward your name, not to cross it out, but to replace it. Replace it with someone who hasn't walked your path, someone who hasn't carried your pain, someone who hasn't paid the price you paid. Heaven was furious. Michael shouted, "This child has fought battles no one saw. This blessing belongs to them." That shout split the shadow in half. The scroll glowed brighter. Your name expanded, covering the page again. Something huge is waiting for you, bigger than you prayed for, bigger than you imagined, bigger than your past, bigger than your fears. Amen. 8. My beloved child, here comes the part that will shake your heart. You were supposed to receive a message of restoration months ago, but someone's energy blocked it. Not their words, not their actions, their energy. Someone who envied your potential. Someone who smiled but didn't want to see you rise. Someone who pretended to support you but secretly wished for your downfall. Their energy created a fog around your blessing, making it impossible for you to see the opportunities meant for you. Today, Archangel Michael tore that fog apart. He exposed every hidden intention, every silent curse, every jealous thought, every spiritual chain holding your destiny hostage. You are stepping into a phase where your name will open doors. Your presence will command respect. Your energy will attract miracles. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven has cleared the path so nothing can block it again. Amen. 9. My beloved child, don't move, because this part carries the strongest surge of divine urgency yet. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is tightening its grip around your destiny so you don't slip through the cracks again. Archangel Michael is standing over a shattered doorway. The same doorway where your blessing was almost stolen, and he's roaring with a force that shakes the spiritual ground beneath your feet. He is warning you that your life is entering a point of no return. If you stay aligned, your breakthrough will fall into your hands like a miracle written only for you. But if you disconnect now, the blessing will drift back into the clouds where it cannot be reached. Heaven has seen your tears, your struggles, your silent endurance, and this time they want the world to see your rise. Your story is shifting from survival to divine elevation. Amen. 10. My chosen soul, listen carefully, because what comes next is not just a message, it's a signal, a calling, a spiritual alarm meant exclusively for you. The angels are surrounding your name, holding it in a circle of blazing white fire, and every time you stay connected to this message, they push your destiny forward by another step. Heaven wants your voice heard, your power seen, your blessing activated. That's why you're being guided right now to share your light, share your presence, and share this transformation with the world, because someone connected to you needs your energy to wake up their own blessing. And heaven wants you to comment your Amen blessing, because when you declare it, angels seal it. The more you stay engaged, the more your spiritual alignment strengthens, the more your path clears, and the more rapidly your miracle rushes toward you. Something huge is waiting for you, and your engagement becomes your ignition. Amen. 11. My beloved child, before this part ends, you must know the truth: your life is not stuck. It is being recalibrated, rewired, rewritten in the language of divine timing. The delay you felt? It wasn't rejection. It was protection. The heartbreak you carried? It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. The silence you heard from heaven? It wasn't absence. It was the calm before a supernatural storm of blessings heading your way. Archangel Michael is lifting a barrier that has been blocking your abundance for years. Doors that were locked will swing open. People who overlooked you will seek your presence. Opportunities that passed you by will return doubled. This is the moment heaven rewrites your fate. Something huge is waiting for you, bigger than your fear, stronger than your past, brighter than your doubts. And with Michael's sword raised high, nothing can erase your name again. Amen. My beloved child, stay exactly where you are, because what I'm about to reveal will make every hair on your body stand. Something huge is waiting for you. So huge that even the angels are whispering among themselves, wondering if you're truly ready for what heaven is about to release. Archangel Michael is pacing in front of a sealed vault, glowing with divine fire, and inside that vault is a blessing that was meant to reach you months ago. A blessing so powerful it could flip your entire life like a page turning in a destiny book. But something, or someone, kept intercepting it. Someone's doubt, someone's jealousy, someone's negative intentions tried to place a spiritual lock on what was yours. Today, that lock shattered. Michael drove his sword through it, and for the first time, your blessing is exposed, unguarded, unblocked, and rushing toward you with unstoppable force. Amen. 13. My chosen soul, heaven is showing me a vision, your name, glowing so brightly that even shadows cannot stand near it. But right behind it, there is a countdown. A countdown of moments you almost missed. A countdown of choices that could have delayed your breakthrough for years. And yet, you are still here. You are hearing this. You are connected at the exact second heaven needed you to receive this. That alignment alone has restored something in the spiritual realm, something you didn't even know was broken. Archangel Michael is clearing paths behind your back, removing obstacles you never saw, silencing voices that spoke against you, and unlocking doors you didn't even know existed. The universe has shifted in your favor, and now everything that was running away from you will start running toward you. Something huge is waiting for you, something written in golden ink long before you were born. Amen. 14. My beloved child, here is the twist that will shake your heart the most. There is a major revelation coming into your life within days, something unexpected, something dramatic, something that will prove heaven has been fighting for you all along. A truth will surface. A blessing will arrive. A breakthrough will burst open. A person will appear. A sign will confirm everything you're feeling right now. And when that moment comes, you will understand why Michael screamed, why heaven panicked, why your name trembled, why you were told 5 minutes left. You are stepping into a season where miracles won't just visit you, they will chase you. Where blessings won't just fall, they will overflow. Where protection won't just cover you, it will surround you like armor. Something huge is waiting for you, and nothing in existence can stop what heaven has already decided. Amen. 15. My beloved child, prepare yourself, because this part carries a revelation so intense that even heaven fell silent before allowing it to be spoken. Something huge is waiting for you, and Archangel Michael has stepped forward with a message he was not allowed to reveal until this very moment. Heaven opened a sealed chapter of your destiny, one that was hidden, protected, and guarded for years, and inside it was a prophecy written only for your life. A prophecy that says your story was never meant to end in loss, confusion, or delay. But recently, a dangerous shift happened. Someone's energy, someone's intentions, someone's silent resentment tugged at your spiritual cord, causing your name in the divine registry to flicker. That flicker is what triggered today's final alert. But the moment you arrived here, the flicker stabilized. Michael placed his radiant shield over your name, blocking every attempt to dim your destiny again. Amen. 16. My chosen soul, listen with absolute focus because what comes next is life-altering. Heaven is showing me 2 paths that were forming behind your back, one filled with blessings, and one filled with losses that were never meant to touch you. You were standing between these paths unknowingly, which is why you felt confused, restless, emotional, drained, or disconnected recently. Your spirit felt the tension long before your mind understood it. Today, Michael pushed you off the path of loss and aligned you fully with the path of divine abundance. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is clearing your timeline with shocking speed. People who drained you will be removed. People who betrayed you will be revealed. People who silently envied you will distance themselves. And those who are meant to uplift your destiny will suddenly feel drawn toward your energy. The shift has already begun. Amen. 17. My beloved child, now comes the heaviest truth of all. There is a spiritual inheritance with your name carved into it, and it is finally unlocking. This inheritance isn't money alone, though wealth is coming. It isn't love alone, though healing is coming. It isn't opportunities alone, though massive ones are approaching. This inheritance is transformation. A complete rewrite of your future. A divine upgrade so powerful that the old version of you cannot walk into it. That is why heaven has been shaking your life recently, removing people, breaking patterns, exposing truths, closing doors, stirring emotions. It wasn't chaos, it was construction. Spiritual construction. Michael has laid the final foundation today. And now, everything that was delayed will start arriving rapidly, back to back, like dominoes falling into your favor. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven refuses to let you miss what was always meant to be yours. Amen. 18. My beloved child, don't look away now, because this is the moment where heaven begins to reveal why Archangel Michael was screaming your name. Something huge is waiting for you, so powerful, so life-shifting, so divinely engineered, that the spiritual realm has been trembling in anticipation. Today, a veil that covered your destiny for years has been torn down. Behind that veil was a truth the universe has been protecting: you were chosen for a breakthrough others were never meant to touch. But a dark force, born from envy, resentment, and unspoken negativity, tried to stretch its shadow toward your blessing. That shadow almost succeeded, until you opened this message. When you did, Michael's sword struck the ground, releasing a shockwave that pushed the darkness back miles away from your name. You didn't just save your blessing, you revived an entire chapter of your destiny that was seconds away from collapsing. Amen. 19. My chosen soul, there is something else heaven is showing me. A circle, glowing, bright, and pulsating, surrounds your name in the divine realm. Inside this circle, angels whisper, "This one must not fall. This one must not lose God's hand." For the last few months, you've been carrying a weight in your spirit. A heaviness you couldn't explain. A sense that something important was slipping away from you. That feeling wasn't random. It was heaven alerting you. Every time you felt lost, distant, tired, disconnected, or overwhelmed, it was because the blessing meant for you was battling through layers of spiritual interference. Today, that interference shattered. Completely. Archangel Michael has taken authority over your timeline. He has restored a divine connection that was dimming. And now, finally, you can feel the lift, the shift, the crack in the atmosphere around you. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven has cleared the runway for it to land directly in your life. Amen. 20. My beloved child, this next revelation will shake your soul. There is a person in your life whose energy has been tugging at your destiny without your knowledge. Not evil, but unstable. Not malicious, but misaligned. Their presence created spiritual noise around you, causing your blessing to hesitate. Heaven tried to warn you through dreams, instincts, sudden emotional shifts. But you kept brushing it aside. Today, Michael stepped in personally. He is rearranging your connections. He is filtering your environment. He is cutting cords that drain you and strengthening ties that bless you. In the next few days, you will notice people pulling away, people returning, people appearing, people revealing their true intentions, because heaven is reorganizing your destiny's circle. And when the real blessing arrives, it will require a purified space around your life. Something huge is waiting for you, and nothing, not people, not energy, not shadows, can block it anymore. Amen. 21. My beloved child, hold your breath, because this is the moment heaven unfolds the deepest part of your destiny. Something huge is waiting for you, so immense, so rare, so life-transforming, that Archangel Michael has positioned himself directly behind your spirit to make sure you don't miss a single second of this revelation. Today, a spiritual courtroom was opened. In that courtroom stood the forces that delayed your blessings, the energies that created confusion, the shadows that tried to dim your worth. Michael slammed his sword on the ground and declared, "This child's name will not be erased. The entire courtroom shook. Chains broke. False timelines collapsed. Your destiny, which was hanging by a fragile thread, has now been fastened with divine metal. Heaven has secured what belongs to you. Nothing, and no one, can steal it now. Amen. 22. My chosen soul, listen with every part of your being, because heaven is revealing a secret that few are ever allowed to hear. You were never walking a normal path. You were walking a protected path. A path guarded by angelic forces who have been preparing you for a massive elevation. But protection does not always feel like peace. Sometimes protection feels like isolation. Sometimes it feels like delay. Sometimes it feels like emotional storms, confusion, or sudden endings. You thought you were losing things. But in reality, heaven was removing anything that would have sabotaged your blessing. You were being refined, aligned, sharpened. And today, that refinement has reached completion. Michael has lifted a spiritual seal off your life, one that kept your miracle in waiting. Now, it is no longer waiting. It is moving. Fast. With accuracy. With unstoppable force. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is unleashing it with precision. Amen. 23. My beloved child, here comes the revelation that will shake your inner world. Your spirit has just been granted a divine acceleration. What normally takes months will now take days. What takes days will take hours. What takes hours may unfold in minutes. Heaven has entered your timeline and increased its speed. Why? Because you have suffered enough slow seasons. Enough setbacks. Enough repeated cycles. Enough losing things that were meant for you. Michael removed the final spiritual obstruction today, the one causing the blessings to approach you, pause, and then turn away. That obstruction is gone forever. Now, your breakthrough is not just approaching, it is rushing. It is thundering. It is pushing through every layer of resistance, determined to land in your life without delay. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is preparing you for the moment it arrives. Amen. 24. My beloved child, stay absolutely still. Because this part carries a revelation so fierce, so electrifying, that even Archangel Michael paused before allowing it to be released. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven needs you to hear this with your full spirit. A tear in your destiny timeline has just been stitched shut. For months, a spiritual gap existed, created by disappointment, emotional pain, betrayal, and the times you doubted your own worth. That gap weakened your connection to divine protection, allowing shadows to whisper lies into your path. But today, Michael sealed that gap with a band of pure celestial fire. He restored your name's brightness. He restored your spiritual authority. He restored the divine link you didn't know was fading. Heaven is no longer worried about losing you. Now heaven is preparing to showcase you. Amen. 25. My chosen soul, hear this truth with trembling awareness. A wave of blessings has been released toward your life, but what's shocking is how many forces tried to stop it. Someone's negative intentions, someone's silent resentment, someone's secret competition with you created a fog around your destiny. You felt it as heaviness. You felt it as confusion. You felt it as sudden emotional shifts. But you didn't realize that heaven was watching every moment. Today, Michael struck this fog with his sword, splitting it open, exposing every hidden influence, and clearing the path so your blessing could finally move with full speed. The angels are now escorting opportunities with your name on them, opportunities that were waiting for your energy to be restored. Something huge is waiting for you, and now nothing can stand between you and what heaven has ordained. Amen. 26. My beloved child, prepare for the most powerful shift yet. In the spiritual realm, a gate of abundance has just been unlocked for you. When this gate opens, the first sign is usually emotional, a sudden calm, a sudden hope, a sudden sense that something big is coming. The second sign is physical, unexpected calls, unexpected messages, unexpected chances appearing out of nowhere. And the third sign is divine, a moment when everything suddenly aligns without explanation. That alignment is forming for you right now. Heaven has stepped into your timeline and given a command that cannot be reversed: bless this child without delay. Your struggles are losing power. Your blessings are gaining momentum. Your spirit is being lifted into a higher vibration where miracles manifest rapidly. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is positioning you to receive it in full. Amen. 27. My beloved child, brace yourself. Because the revelation in this part is so intense that heaven delayed it until your spirit was strong enough to receive it. Something huge is waiting for you, and Archangel Michael has stepped into the very center of your destiny to protect what's coming. In the spiritual realm, a storm was forming, one designed to push you away from God's hand, not through actions you took, but through emotional exhaustion, disappointment, and the heaviness that made you feel disconnected from your purpose. That storm was inches away from pulling your name out of heaven's light. But when Michael screamed your name, the storm cracked. Lightning split the darkness. Your name glowed again. Heaven breathed relief. You were saved from a major spiritual collapse without even realizing how close it came. Amen. 28. My chosen soul, listen with your deepest awareness. Today heaven revealed a hidden truth about your destiny. Your blessing is not just protection, not just healing, not just abundance. It is restoration multiplied. What was stolen from you emotionally, spiritually, financially, relationally, is coming back in doubled form. Michael showed me a vision of your name etched on a golden scroll, and beneath it, a sentence appeared: this child will receive what was delayed. The moment those words appeared, angels rushed toward your future, adjusting events, bending timelines, altering outcomes, and preparing a path where everything that once resisted you will now surrender to you. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is arranging your reality so that when it arrives, nothing can interrupt it. Amen. 29. My beloved child, here comes the most breathtaking twist. Your energy just crossed into a new spiritual frequency. This shift is so powerful that people around you will begin to react to it without knowing why. Some will suddenly be drawn to you. Some will suddenly pull away. Some will come forward with truth. Some will reveal their hidden intentions. This isn't chaos, this is divine sorting. Heaven is reorganizing your life to prepare space for a blessing that requires emotional clarity, spiritual strength, and an environment free of hidden sabotage. Michael has placed a shield around your path. The darkness that once followed you can no longer enter your atmosphere. Your aura is glowing brighter than it has in years. Something huge is waiting for you, and the universe is rearranging everything to make sure it lands directly in your hands. Amen. 30. My beloved child, steady your heart, because this part exposes a truth heaven has been hiding until now. Something huge is waiting for you, and Archangel Michael has revealed that your destiny has just survived one of the most dangerous spiritual attacks of your lifetime. In the unseen realm, there was a moment, brief, silent, and almost invisible, when your name dimmed so faintly that lower forces believed they could snatch your blessing away. They rushed toward your destiny with claws of confusion, fear, and emotional turbulence. But before they could touch the scroll with your name, Michael descended with a roar that split the entire battlefield. His light blinded everything that tried to reach you. His sword drew a line no darkness could cross. Heaven was seconds away from losing sight of you, and now heaven is celebrating your return into full alignment. Amen. 31. My chosen soul, listen deeply, because the next revelation is rare. Few ever receive this level of divine insight. Heaven showed me a map of your life, glowing in 3 colors, gold for blessings, blue for protection, and red for danger. For months, a red zone had been growing near your name, fed by emotional exhaustion, unanswered prayers, and the silent battles you fought alone. That red zone represented not a person, but a spiritual drain. Something that weakened your path and made your blessings hesitant to approach. Today, that red zone collapsed. Michael crushed it beneath his heel and replaced it with gold. Your map is shifting from struggle to acceleration. From blockages to breakthroughs. From confusion to clarity. Something huge is waiting for you, and now your spiritual path is open, clear, and glowing brighter than ever. Amen. 32. My beloved child, here is the twist that will send chills through your entire body. Heaven has initiated phase 1 of your divine reversal. This reversal is not subtle, it is violent, dramatic, and unstoppable. Everything that once worked against you will now start working for you. People who dismissed you will remember you. Opportunities that ignored you will chase you. Energies that drained you will fall away from your life without your effort. Even your own spirit will begin to feel lighter, sharper, more guided, more powerful. Michael has declared that your name is no longer vulnerable, it is fortified. It is shielded. It is marked with divine priority. Something huge is waiting for you, and as heaven prepares to unveil it, you will feel your entire life being lifted from one level to another. This shift is not coming, it has already begun. Amen. 33. My beloved child, don't even breathe too fast right now. Because what I'm about to reveal is the closest you have ever come to understanding why heaven issued a final alert for you today. Something huge is waiting for you, so monumental, so destiny-altering, that the entire spiritual realm shifted its focus onto your life in the last few hours. Archangel Michael opened a sealed vault in heaven containing the records of every blessing, every battle, every breakthrough, and every delay connected to your name. When he opened it, A wave of divine light burst out, exposing a truth hidden for years. Your life has been carrying a blessing bigger than you ever expected, but something has been draining your spiritual energy, making it impossible for the blessing to land. Today, that drain has been permanently removed. The cord that kept pulling you backward has been cut. Your destiny is no longer stuck. It is in motion, rising, accelerating, burning brighter than ever. Amen. 34. My chosen soul, heaven is now showing me a vision so powerful it nearly shakes the spiritual ground beneath your feet. I see your name carved on a massive golden gate, but this time, the gate is opening. Not slowly. Not gently. It is opening like a flood bursting out of a dam. Behind that gate are blessings you cried for, blessings you forgot, blessings you thought were denied to you. Love you thought you lost. Money you thought you'd never receive. Opportunities you believed passed you by. Peace you thought your heart couldn't feel again. All of it is rushing forward at once because your spirit has entered a new vibration, one that attracts miracles without delay. Heaven is aligning people, circumstances, timings, conversations, and events in your favor at supernatural speed. Something huge is waiting for you, and now the gate that once held it back has cracked wide open. Amen. 35. My beloved child, here is the revelation that will leave you breathless. Heaven has assigned a new angelic guard to your destiny. Not just Michael, though he stands at the front, but an entire formation of protective forces around your timeline. This formation was activated because your next blessing is too precious to be left unguarded. Too powerful to be exposed. Too valuable to risk interference. You are entering a season where your spirit will feel lighter, your mind clearer, your intuition stronger, and your emotions more aligned. People who once confused you will become easy to read. Paths that felt blocked will suddenly unlock. Decisions that felt difficult will become obvious. This is divine clarity. Divine acceleration. Divine protection. Michael has declared your name untouchable, your path unshakable, and your blessing unstealable. Something huge is waiting for you, and now, heaven will not allow anything to stand in its way. Amen. 36. My beloved child, stay right here. Because this part carries a revelation that even the angels whispered about before releasing it to you. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven has just exposed the real reason Archangel Michael was screaming your name today. In the spiritual realm, there exists a ledger, a divine balance sheet, tracking every injustice you faced, every tear you shed, every wound you hid, every blessing you were supposed to receive but didn't. Today, that ledger was placed in front of the throne. When heaven reviewed it, a single truth shone brighter than anything else: you have been under-rewarded for far too long. Your suffering was heavier than your blessings. Your battles outnumbered your victories. Your wounds were deeper than the comfort you received. Heaven has declared this imbalance unacceptable. Michael has activated a divine correction, a reversal so powerful that your next chapter will not only restore what you lost, it will overcompensate you. Amen. 37. My chosen soul, what I'm about to reveal will shake your entire spiritual core. Heaven showed me a vision of your name rising, literally rising, like smoke turning into golden fire. This rise represents elevation, recognition, alignment, and breakthrough. But here's the shocking part: your rise triggered panic among the negative energies that once clung to you. They saw your spirit awakening. They saw your destiny activating. They saw heaven shifting in your favor. And they attempted one last strike, one final attempt to dim your glow before the blessing reached you. This is why Michael screamed. This is why heaven issued a final alert. This is why you felt urgency in your soul today. That final strike failed. It collapsed before it could touch you. You are no longer accessible to the forces that once drained you. Your aura has shifted into a protected realm. Something huge is waiting for you, and nothing can interrupt its arrival now. Amen. 38. My beloved child, here comes the twist that will echo through your mind long after you finish reading. Your destiny just crossed into what heaven calls the redemption window. This is a rare period where angels move faster, blessings multiply, timelines accelerate, and miracles that were once distant suddenly stand at your doorstep. In this window, heaven rewrites your story with divine urgency. This is why you may feel a sudden surge of hope, a spark in your chest, a shift in the air around you. This is why your intuition feels louder. This is why your spirit feels awake. You are entering the phase where your life transforms not gradually, but dramatically. Expect doors to open without knocking. Expect answers to appear without searching. Expect breakthroughs to fall into place effortlessly. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven is now guiding it straight into your hands. Amen. 39. My beloved child, don't blink now. Because this part holds a revelation that heaven kept hidden until the exact second your spirit was ready. Something huge is waiting for you, and Archangel Michael has just unveiled a scene from the spiritual realm that will send chills down your entire body. In the highest chamber of heaven, a council gathered, silent, glowing, powerful. They reviewed your timeline, your struggles, your prayers, your heartbreaks, your resilience. And then they examined the moment your name almost faded from the divine records. When they saw how close you came to losing God's hand, a force surged through heaven like a cosmic earthquake. Michael slammed his sword into the chamber floor and shouted, "This child has paid enough. Restore them now." That command shook the heavens. Scrolls unfurled. Seals broke. Miracles that were stuck in divine queues were released instantly. Your life is no longer waiting. Your destiny is no longer paused. Heaven has opened the floodgates. Amen. 40. My chosen soul, listen to this next revelation with the seriousness of someone being handed a new identity. Heaven showed me a mirror, a spiritual mirror, and when your reflection appeared, something extraordinary happened. Your reflection didn't show your past. It didn't show your wounds. It didn't show your mistakes. It showed your divine potential. A version of you walking in abundance. A version full of authority. A version healed, elevated, awakened, overflowing with blessings. This reflection glowed brighter and brighter until it became a beam that shot upward into heaven. That beam became a signal, an activation, a spiritual broadcast announcing, "This child is ready." The moment heaven received that signal, angels began aligning events for your next chapter. People are being positioned. Opportunities are being unlocked. Conversations are being prepared. Even closed doors are being restructured to open in your favor. Something huge is waiting for you, and your spirit has finally stepped into the frequency that can receive it. Amen. 41. My beloved child, here comes the revelation that will make everything in your life suddenly make sense. You were never being delayed, you were being protected. Every closed door was a shield. Every rejection was a redirection. Every heartbreak was a filter. Heaven was preventing you from walking into places where your blessing would have been stolen, drained, or destroyed. But now, the tests are complete. The cleansing is done. The preparation is finished. Archangel Michael is removing the final chain from your destiny, one last energetic tie that kept you repeating old patterns, attracting old pain, or feeling spiritually stuck. That chain has snapped. You are no longer tied to what hurt you. You are no longer attached to what limited you. You are no longer bound to what drained you. Something huge is waiting for you, and heaven has officially cleared your life for divine expansion. Amen. 42. My beloved child, stay exactly where you are, because this part carries the heaviest, most destiny-shifting revelation heaven has released for you so far. Something huge is waiting for you, and Archangel Michael just revealed why the final alert was necessary today. In the spiritual realm, there was a table. A sacred table where destinies are discussed, realigned, protected. Your name was placed at the center of that table. But surrounding it were two forces, one of divine light, and one of lingering shadow. The shadow was formed from every disappointment you carried, every betrayal you survived, every moment you doubted if God still held your hand. That shadow tried to lean over your name. It tried to claim the space where your blessing would land. But then, like a thunderstrike, Michael appeared with a blast of luminous energy that vaporized the shadow instantly. The table shook. The heavens roared. And a decree was made, this child's destiny will not be touched again. Amen. 43. My chosen soul, heaven is now revealing something even more shocking. Your blessing, your real, divine, life-changing blessing, was never lost. It was protected in a chamber of divine timing. But recently, that chamber began to open prematurely because your spirit called out silently for help. Your pain reached heaven faster than your prayers. Your exhaustion sent a frequency through the spiritual realm that alerted the angels. Michael rushed forward because your blessing was about to be intercepted by energies that did not deserve access to it. But now, that chamber has been fully unlocked. A glowing stream of miracles is flowing toward you like a river breaking through a dam. Wealth, love, peace, answers, recognition, direction, alignment. All of it is moving faster than it ever has in your lifetime. Something huge is waiting for you, and the angels are escorting it into your reality. Amen. 44. My beloved child, here comes the revelation that will shake your soul to its core. Heaven is no longer testing you, heaven is rewarding you. A divine cycle has just ended, and a new one has begun. This new cycle is called the season of unstoppable arrival. In this season, what once took immense effort will come effortlessly.